Delices is a village in the southeast of Dominica. The village's French name means delight or delicacy, a suggestion of the beauty and scenic Atlantic coast.
I've lived there all my life.
Born in La Roche, grew up in La Roche.
I've been anywhere than here. All I do is farming.
I put myself into the garden, and I see that is the best for my living.
Delices is well known for the production of two tubers, Toloman, Canna indica, which is processed into a flour-like starchy porridge with the same name, Toloma. Inherited from the original inhabitants, Kalinago, the other tuber is cassava, also known in other parts of the world as yucca. It is processed into cassava farine and served with hot beverages like cocoa or into cassava farine and avocado mash, among other delicacies. Sometimes it is baked into cassava bread. Both finished products were income generators and were suitable for a village far away from the capital, Roseau. These lightweight products were easily carried by humans to market in sealed containers that would keep dry from rain in the mountains and forests. In the pre-motorable road era, villagers traveled to the town of Roseau via 3 routes. These were 1. The treacherous Atlantic Sea route, in which many products and lives were lost. 2. The Shimileta or Freshwater Lake Trail that goes from the village of Grand Fort through the Freshwater Lake area, then through Loda Village. 3. Penita Trail through the hills and then down the Grand Bay, Geneva area.
Every month, every week, somebody would harvest cassava, farine, toloma.
Now I see people only planting a piece of toloma, but before we used to plant a plant of toloma among the garden, between the garden we were making.
Hucksters would come and buy some of those, but the toloma and the farine had to be taken to the Roseau market.
The economic benefit of cassava, farine, and toloma production served the people of Delices well in the past and still does today.
I see it as part of ecotourism.
Toloma and farine sell at 10 cents a pint. 10 cents. Today, toloma, the highest it has reached is $10 a pint. Farine, 7, 8.
I saw farine sold at my father's home at 3 cents a pint.
Farine is being sold, and toloma is being sold outside of Dominica. So it means that we fetch a better price now for it.
Being isolated, villagers created modes of entertainment and creative ways to cope with labor-intensive work like crop production. They did labor exchanges through the practice of coup de main, a Creole term literally translated to mean a coup of the hands, where participants contribute and receive labor from each other as individuals, families, and organized groups.
Those people before, the one was helping the other.
It was really something that brought people together. They did not look for any financial reward.
1 week some people come with you, next week you go with somebody else.
That's a coup de main before.
We will
feel happy about it.
There was a lot of volunteers in the area.
Because the people them used to work together.
It was kind of the custom at the time. Everybody who had to harvest toloma or cassava did the same thing.
But all this is dead there. Now if you don't put up your money, you don't get anything done there.
Not today. You don't see that kind of cooperation anymore.
Pooling resources and skills became an integral part of survival and village culture when clearing land, harvesting, transporting, and processing crops, hauling logs of fishing boats, and construction work among other labor-intensive tasks. This collective atmosphere was further enlivened by the tradition of work songs. This is where the Bwa, which is the focus of this documentary, comes in. Bwa is translated to mean little wood. It's named after the sticks used to play percussion on a piece of bamboo stem.
As if they wanted a little boosting, a little shaking up to make them go speed.
There were some extra persons beating the Bwa. They have little sticks and they'll be using a bamboo, I think, a bamboo. And they would be playing, and that provided a rhythm. It provided sort of a push for the men who were grinding.
The exact man, they are constantly at the front there. So as he's going on, he's saying, as your own experience. he pushing the Toloman now with that kind of, I was making this song. And these men now, they have a bamboo across there, and as he going on, they say, so that is boosting the man now.
And then you have to have the Tibwa too, give them speed now.
Many villagers in Delices today still hold fond memories of the Tibwa experience. One can see their faces light up when they speak about it, and some of them even break into song when the conversation arises.
It was the show. It was the show.
It's a thing that keep the people them in the mill alive.
That would give you more energy to do it.
Oh, they have their little rum drinking and the women making coffee.
The music playing, the man them take a drink off and on, the people them singing.
They sang and they ate and they drank and they enjoyed it.
Cigarette, warm, coffee, pain.
The more we would see, according to how it is, what used to take place there, the rum fighting it right time to keep the people them alive,
It was not just fun.
Walking on that mill there. You see, you would feel good about it.
So when those on the mill were kind of tired, maybe after lunch, those that were beating the Tibwa would exchange roles. They would go on the mill, and those who were on the mill in the morning would come and they would play the Tibwa.
Tibwa provided accompanying percussive rhythm to the work songs, from the scraping, washing of, grinding and peddling of tubers to the drying over the fire. The festive mode turned work into celebration.
You see, according to the song, is how you have to beat the Tibwa.
The big people them used to play. We used to get a stick and sitting by them and play the same thing that they used to play. The songs and them, if you catch them, we used to sing them also.
They would say, "Aho and sepie bois." You see, some people who knew the song, "Aho and sepie bois, c'est là où on couché, c'est là où on couché, c'est là tout elle hele."
Dans mon lin, gardez la main, moi, c'est la main béquée. All right. Quand un bon pied, moi, tu veux les ans, y'a des moi. Moi, tu veux les ans, y'a des moi, les ans, tous les béquets,
The technology has changed. The mill owned by Matthew Benjamin, the venue of this documentary, is the last remaining traditional mill in the village.
I own the factory, but the factory is for the use of everybody in the area.
The manual mills have been replaced by electrical and motorized ones.
Our parents worked hard.
While you would have like 7, 8, up to a dozen men, bullying and try helping to grind, but the process was still slow.
Well, things were very slow. When I can tell you today, people are happy.
You have to be careful that the fingers don't go in the mill.
That time we did not have a mechanical thing. It was manual, You would have one person on the machine and about 3 or 4 of them behind.
Everything is automated today, and people think it was always like that.
But these people are doing that with their feet.
Human power.
Except for the recent efforts initiated by Rasmo Moses through the Cultural Division of the Government of Dominica to revitalize the art form in Delices, that form of Tibwa is no longer practiced.
Tibwa is a thing that is a cultural thing, just as the Toloma and the Cassava.
That's a pleasure.
Back in the days, it was just respect.
We are losing some of those important elements of our community.
It was a pleasure for man to be together like that.
Dominica was much better then compared to now.
Yes, it's a just MC. Who's working there again?
I don't think that will come back. We can try, but I don't think that will come back.
It was good before. It was very, very good before because the unity was there.
This production, while preserving memories, will help revive the cultural form, even if not necessarily in its original setting and mood, but in practical ways that give it a place in the contemporary cultural arts industry and in preserving the legacy of its contribution to the socio-economic life of the community.
If Tibwa could really roll again, it would be better for the mills and them, and better for the people too.
they not have the same way we had the meal. Do they want to do that anymore?
Young fellows now would continue doing it, and they would do it even better than us.
So there's some young boys that can play the tibwa. You know, quite a few of them.
I think it is a good thing to revive the tibwa part of it, because our young people do not know what existed before.
It is not dead. It is not dead.
I don't know how we're going to bring it back, but if we are serious about it, that can come back easy.
When something is dead, you can revive it, you know.